What's up, people? It's your boy, it's your dog, Toddy, checking back in with another video today. You read the title, so let's get straight to the business on this, right? Is it possible the Atlanta Falcons could do the unthinkable and move up in the draft for CJ Stroud or possibly Bryce Young? Now, I know that sounds like some real wild SHIT, but is it possible? Is it possible that the Falcons could do a trade prior to the draft or on draft night and grab one of those quarterbacks? Now, as I often do, I was strolling these internet streets. Yes, I did say streets. And I came across a tweet that was very, very interesting to me that we will talk about and go along. We'll talk about right now. Um, let's read this tweet. Let's read it and then let's talk about it. And this comes from Dove Kleiman. It says the Falcons' dream scenario for the 2023 draft would be to pick Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. Source tells NFL Draft Scout. And NFL Draft Scout is Matt Miller, by the way. The source told Miller that the team is comfortable with Desmond Ridder and will only pick a quarterback in the top 10 if it's Stroud. They currently pick at number 8. Very, very interesting. And now, as we all know, the Falcons, pretty much all offseason, they've been like linked to quarterbacks. A lot of people, some people, I shouldn't say a lot, but some people weren't exactly sold on Desmond Ridder. So the Falcons have been linked to quarterbacks from everybody from, of course, Lamar Jackson to now, moving up in the draft. These last few weeks, I've heard from like in Rappaport that said teams have been calling the Cardinals about moving up in the draft. I heard the Falcons name mentioned about a month or two ago in regards to that. So the Falcons have been linked to quarterbacks a lot lately. Just yesterday, they had Will Levis in town for a top 30 visit. So, they've definitely been sniffing around quarterbacks. Make no mistake about it. Arthur Smith said, yes, they did discuss bringing in Lamar Jackson. So while they appear to be somewhat comfortable with Desmond Ridder right now, I don't know if it's fair to say that they are content with him going into next season as a starting quarterback. It looks like if they can find the right guy for the right compensation, that they'd be willing to make a move. Because once again, they have definitely been looking at quarterbacks. There have been reports that the Falcons have been seriously scouting quarterbacks and scouting tape on quarterbacks. So that quarterback scenario is still lingering around the Atlanta Falcons. Let's read a little more into this tweet if we can here. Let's see if I can open it up. Now he also tweets, according to the source who has knowledge of their plans, the Falcons would need the dream scenario to take one of the quarterbacks in the top 10. It also says below, what we're hearing about the Falcons draft, sources close to the Falcons say that they are taking a serious look at the quarterbacks in this class. But the team is comfortable with 2022 third rounder Desmond Ridder under center. According to the source who has knowledge of their plans, the Falcons would need a dream scenario to take one of the quarterbacks in the top 10. My read on that is it would have to be Bryce Young or CJ Stroud being available. The source also mentioned wide receiver and safety as areas Atlanta will attack on day 2 of the draft. Brian Branch from Alabama is the top ranked safety in the class and won't be on the board long if he makes it to day 2. Atlanta could use him in the slot or in the back end next to new signing Jesse Bates. Interesting. So according to this tweet and this source, the only way the Falcons would take a quarterback in the first round is if it's Bryce or CJ in the dream scenario. There have been so much. I think this is going to be one of the most exciting drafts in quite some time. And leading up to the draft, for me, has been a lot of excitement. Just stuff like this. Just all the speculations and all the rumors. For me, it's exciting. I'm a football junkie. I'm a football nerd. So this is very exciting to me. So there's a lot of things that could happen. No one is yet sold who the number 1 draft pick is going to be. Some say it's definitely going to be Bryce Young. Some say it's going to be CJ Stroud. Now people are saying it could possibly be Anthony Richardson. There have been reports this past week that say, hey, the Houston Texans may not even take a quarterback at all. So hypothetically speaking, we'll just say Bryce Young. Let's say Bryce Young does go number 1 to the Panthers. And let's say the Texans decide, well, we're going to get Will Anderson. That leaves CJ Stroud right there at 3. So at that point in time, do the Falcons say, F it and move up? Because the Cardinals are not going to draft a quarterback. So do they say just F it, move up, and take CJ Stroud? Or you just switch the names out. CJ Stroud goes first. The Texans don't take a quarterback at 2, and Bryce Young is in there at 3. Do the Falcons move up and grab him at that point? And again, that Anthony Richardson dynamic is sent out there also. Some people are saying that he could be the first or second quarterback taken. So if you have a quarterback sitting there at 3, if Bryce and CJ is who the Falcons really, really want, and they're sitting there at 3, do the Falcons push the button and move up in the draft and grab Bryce Young or CJ Stroud? And just like the tweet said, a dream scenario, I know it's a long shot, but in the NFL draft, anything can happen. And the Falcons have shown historically they're not afraid to move up to get the guy they want. Arthur Blank will okay it. He will okay it. Most recently, the most blockbuster trade in regards to us moving up would probably be, I ain't gonna say probably, but it's the Julio Jones trade. And people have different opinions on that, but I think that was the best trade in Falcons history. That's just my opinion. We can debate that on another day. But I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all think? Do you think it's likely the Falcons could move up for Bryce or CJ? And there is a great chance, a very great chance, one of those guys will be there at 3. And we know the Cardinals are not drafting a quarterback at 3. So do you think it's likely? Y'all know how we do. Let's run these comments up. Tell me in the comments, hey, Toddy, man, it's a possibility. Or just tell me, no, it's not going to happen. We ride with Ritter, and that's what we're going to do. But let's discuss it like we always do. Let's talk about it in the comments. Do your dog a favor. Make sure to like the video. Also, if you appreciate the content that we drop here on the Atlanta Bird Game, if you enjoyed this video, do your dog a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. That way you get notified anytime we drop new content here on ABG. So, as I always say, I'll see y'all the next time I see y'all. Peace.